Hey everyone, it's Peek. Welcome back to the channel today and welcome back to Blastoise Unite. Finally, I am so excited for this character to finally be out. Blastoise was such a fun character in the Canadian beta and I played a lot of it back in March when that beta was happening for Android only. And I'm very familiar with the skills of Blastoise, so I want to kind of make this guide for you guys to just have a general idea of how to play Blastoise, some different combos you can do, and kind of what the character is capable of in general. I'm hoping that it still does a ton of damage, so we're going to kind of do a little first impressions, a little overview, a little guide situation here. As you can see, Blastoise is 8,000 AOS coins, so far, all of the new Pokemon that have come out have been 8,000 AOS coins, so I don't know if that's just going to be the running price for new characters that drop, but anyway, very excited, so let's hop into the skills. Okay, so shout out to Cerebi.net for, of course, providing this information. They've already got the stats updated here, which is amazing. Joe always does a great job, so wanted to thank him. This will be linked in the description for you guys to review. If you don't know Cerebi.net, definitely check it out. Very good resource. But anyway, basic abilities are Torrent, of course, every water starter has it, half HP or less, attack or special attack increase. The thing about Blastoise is he benefits from both of these because all of its abilities do special damage and its boosted auto attacks also do special damage, whereas only the normal basic attacks do physical damage, so keep that in mind. The boosted basic auto attack, of course, is basically an AoE shoot from your cannons that does damage to all the opponents that are in front of you, and it is going to decrease the movement speed of all those opposing Pokemon. So it's very, very strong for last-hitting Vespiquens, Combees, as well as just doing an AoE damage and slow to a group of enemies that are clumped together. It's very, very nice. You guys will see it when I showcase it, of course. You start out with Water Gun, and that goes into either Hydro Pump or Water Spout. I won't kind of bore you with like reading the things. You can kind of pause the video if you want to read them. And you start then with your second move, Skull Bash, which goes into either Surf or Rapid Spin, which are both very, very strong moves. All of Blastoise's moves are very strong and do quite a lot of damage for as tanky of a Pokemon as it is. And before we get to the Unite move, let's actually talk about how tanky it is. So it does say Endurance 7, however, you'll notice like 9,800 HP, that's just 200-ish HP off of Crustle, off Snorlax. It makes it one of the most tanky characters in the game, and of course these defenses 599 and 420 are certainly nothing to scoff at. It's a very, very tanky Pokemon with a lot of sustainability, a very decent speed stat as well. 3,700 is on like the middle end of speed, so very, very strong there as well, and just such a powerful Pokemon throughout the entire game. Last but not least, of course, the Unite move. It is a AoE knockup that does a ton of damage. You guys will see the base damage value for this is 3.3k at level 15. So this is really good for last-hitting Zapdoses, which I will show you combos for and stuff you can kind of do with Blastoise to help secure your team the objectives. I think this Pokemon is really going to change how the game is played right now and just be another Pokemon that is very good at getting those objectives secured, as well as creating space with the CC from Surf, with Hydro Pump, and other moves that Blastoise has access to. So, of course, my recommended items for Blastoise, what are they? It's going to be Focus Band, Buddy Barrier, Score Shield. The thing is, you do kind of like having attack speed as Blastoise, but I don't think you can really afford to give up both Focus Band and Score Shield as a Pokemon that's already incredibly tanky. As I mentioned, the tank stats are pretty much similar to a Snorlax, and the defenses are even better, actually. So it's really just something you kind of have to go without in terms of the Muscle Band. I think if you really don't like Score Shield, you should definitely try Muscle Band on Blastoise, but at the end of the day, I think Score Shield is really going to give you the most bang for your buck. Of course, as you'll see through the different combos I show you during this video, there's so many times you can set up scores for not only yourself, but for your team, and Score Shield just helps amplify that, and of course, the extra HP definitely doesn't hurt and make Blastoise even more tanky than it already is. Okay, so for Squirtle's first moves, we're obviously starting with Water Gun and Skull Bash. I just leveled myself up to 3, and you'll see here, it's a pretty decent range on Water Gun, but obviously it's not the longest range as it is for some other characters, but you'll kind of see that Water Gun kind of just pushes enemies back, and it even kind of catches them at the end. So even if you hit a max range Water Gun, you will still get that little bit of stun. You see like the little stun icon above the Apom's head. You can kind of see it there. It is going to briefly stun them at the end. But if you hit them kind of like this at the very start, it's going to push them all the way back and then kind of hit them with the stun after that. So of course, you know, you can hit it max range, or you can hit it like all the way from here, and it's going to be doing the same amount of damage just about, but you can get a different amount of push depending on kind of where you start it off, right? It's a very strong move. It stuns all the enemies in this area. You can see like all the Pokemon here are getting stunned. So not only the Vespiquen, but also the Combee, as well as the Charmander. This is really good for securing last hits, because not only do you damage the Pokemon that you're attacking, the wild Pokemon, but you also stun the enemy for a brief period of time. So again, you can also Skull Bash to just stun the enemy. Again, it's just lots of stuns very early on. I mean, level 3 Squirtle, right? Like, it's just very, very strong. So again, Skull Bash is a pretty decently ranged dash, which is really good. It does have a little bit of a wind-up, so that's something you need to be prepared for if you're going to use this in lane aggressively to kind of stun a Pokemon. You're going to have to make sure you're predicting where they're going to go, because there is, as you can see, a little bit of wind-up. He kind of like squats down and then hits the dash. So basically whatever hits our path, we are going to dash the full distance, but it's whatever is basically hitting our path is going to be stunned. So you see here, boom, they both get stunned. So just something to keep in mind. You will dash the full distance. It's not one of those moves that kind of ends when you hit hit a first target or hit the destination. It is really like you're getting the full length of the dash, which is really, really nice, I think. And of course, I guess this was probably something that could be interrupted by Wigglytuff's charm. So you'd want to be aware of that, because you are not unstoppable while using it. But just something to keep in mind. Again, these are two very, very strong moves you start out with. So let's move on to the next set of moves. So for starters here, I'm just going to take Hydro Pump. Oh, excuse me. I leveled myself up to 9. Hydro Pump and Surf. These are the two displacement skills. And of course, now that we're level 9, we have evolved into Blastoise. This is not a character like Greninja that evolves at 7. You actually do have to get to level 9, similar to all the other Kanto starters, to get this evolution. But it really does speak towards its strength. So Hydro Pump, again, it's really just like an upgraded version of Water Gun. You'll see that, oh, never mind, I killed it already. You'll see that it pushes them all the way back and then stuns them like basically during the whole sequence of it. So very, very strong move. And again, similar to previously, it is going to stun multiple Pokemon that are hit by it. So you throw this into a group, it's doing a ton of damage. So this is kind of Hydro Pump, and then you got Surf, right? Look at how long this dash is. It's really, really good. So you surf this entire distance, and then you jump off at a direction. So for example, I'm going to hold up on my control stick. We're going to be able to jump to the top. And then if you hold down in your control stick, you're going to be able to jump below the wave. And of course, you can even jump forward, so you're dashing even further with your Surf. And again, it doesn't really show how long Surf actually goes, because look, I'm not actually, let's see if I can kind of show you with the camera here. I'm not actually within range of this Audino, right? But if I hit Surf now, it's gonna go all the way past and even further beyond, and even further beyond. So like, here, let's kind of limit test here. We're all the way down here, right? Audino's not even on the map. He's not even visible on the map, right? We can't even see this Audino from where we are, but we still hit it with Surf. It's really strong. So Surf is really good. Of course, Hydro Pump doesn't even come close in terms of range, but Hydro Pump does a lot more damage. So Surf is really, really just used to get that CC, get that control over the enemy team. If you hit a fat Unite move, you know, you can do one of these. You can boom, push them into your team, and they go pretty long distance, right? And I believe, let's actually test. I never actually tested this back in the day, but I think if you flash forward, no, you can't actually flash forward during it. So keep that in mind. I mean, I think if the enemy is on Dreadnought and you're all the way up here, you can probably flash in and still hit enemies with the Surf here and arrive to the Dreadnought fight, use your Unite move, and it's insane for playmaking capabilities. So something you really want to be aware of, this is not something that's said in the tooltip, and I think a lot of people probably don't know this. They probably just click Water Spout. When you are running Water Spout, let me just kind of show you what I'm talking about. So we have our cooldowns off right now. But actually, here, let me turn my cooldowns on. No, I'll turn my cooldowns on so you guys know that I'm not just like spamming the button. We hit Rapid Spin, and what happens if we just press Water Spout? We get like, boom, just a couple spouts there, right? So let's reset our cooldowns, and you guys will see, of course, our cooldowns are on. We're going to activate Rapid Spin, and if you hold Water Spout, you shoot them all over the place. So you actually do have to hold Water Spout when you're running Water Spout with Rapid Spin in order to get that full channel of the ability. So make sure you don't let go early of Water Spout while you're using Rapid Spin. Otherwise, you're just going to end up with a... and you're going to miss out on the... It's pretty awesome and does quite a lot of damage to an area. So definitely, if you didn't learn anything from this video, I think a lot of you probably don't know this about this move. So definitely make sure you're holding down Water Spout in order to get the full channel time of this ability while you're in Rapid Spin. One more thing you're actually going to want to know about these cooldowns is that when you use Rapid Spin, it actually resets the cooldown of your skill 1. So you'll see I'm using Water Spout here. Let's just say a basic combo here is I'm going to slow this group of enemies. I'm going to use Rapid Spin, and then I use Water Spout again. So basically what happens when you use Rapid Spin is your skill 1, like I said, goes on cooldown again. Let me just show it one more time. You use Water Spout, use Rapid Spin, and you can immediately use Water Spout again. So we're going to do that. So it's really nice to set up combos with that, to drop your Water Spout on top of someone and then go up to them with Rapid Spin when they're slowed and just hit them with the reset Water Spout in your shell during Rapid Spin, which is going to be doing a lot of damage, of course. Okay, so one more thing you need to know about another Rapid Spin combo. Of course, it works the same way as the other one. You use your Hydro Pump, you can use Rapid Spin, your cooldown goes on cooldown, it's back up again, we can instantly use Hydro Pump again. But the really fun thing about Hydro Pump is that it kind of turns you into a Beyblade. You don't have to hold Hydro Pump like you do with Water Spout, but just check this out. You'll see. Boom! Everything just spreading away. And of course, I have my cooldowns on max, so it just lets me push everything away a bunch. You obviously will only get one instance of the push from Hydro Spin, but that one push can really make a difference in a team fight. If you need to go into a group of enemies and really just like spread them out from each other, so they're like, if everyone's kind of diving onto your carries and stuff like that, just drop a Rapid Spin Hydro Pump on top of them, and you're going to be able to push everyone away, kind of spread them out, so that they're not just like messing up your entire team, right? It doesn't actually say it in the move description itself, but you are unstoppable during this entire duration of this move. So like, you're not going to be able to CC, you're not going to be able to be like pushed out by like a Mr. Mime Confusion or an enemy Blastoise Surf. So really quickly, just wanted to go over some basic combos that you can do with Blastoise. So the number one obvious one being similar to Kramer and ult, you can flash during it. So if you use your Ignite move, boom, you can actually move and use your eject button while you're using it. Again, like just use your Ignite move and you can either flash wherever you want with your eject button, you know? It's really up to you. Really good if a Greninja or a Lucario or someone is dashing away and, you know, they're going back towards their goal. You just eject button closer to their goal and you're more likely to catch them in that knockup, right? Another really easy combo you can do is just with your Hydro Pump. Obviously, if you look here, I'm not in range of the Audino. Can't quite hit it. However, if I use my Hydro Pump and then flash in, we can reach. Again, this does work in an AoE, so it will push this entire group in. So if you just scored a goal, for example, really good combo to do would be if, you know, some Vespiquens are here or if the enemy's just sitting there. You're not quite in range, right? But if you kind of go from here with an eject button, you can push those Vespiquen or the enemies towards your team. So, and of course, this just allows you to increase the range of Hydro Pump too. Because from right here, like we're not really pushing them that much, but the thing about Hydro Pump is it pushes them the full distance. So the push we get from here on the Vespiquen is a lot more than the push we're gonna get, or is a lot less than the push we're gonna get here, right? We're pushing her all the way distance of that thing. So you really kind of want to be as close to melee range as you can with Hydro Pump. So a way you can do that is just obviously flash into whatever you're Hydro Pumping, and that will give you the maximum amount of push towards your team members so they can blow up whatever you're pushing towards them, basically. Another little combo or trick you'll want to keep in mind is when Zapdos does spawn, of course, it's a very tense part of the game, very important towards winning, right? Let's just say we're really just about to lose the game, but I'm gonna Rapid Spin in. You can cancel your Rapid Spin, use your Unite move, and just hope that you get the last hit on Zapdos, right? I mean, obviously, I'm level 12. 2,000 damage on Zapdos is a decent chunk. I mean, you can judge by that, seeing like how much damage it is. So, and of course that knocks up the enemies too, which should give you a little bit of time to, you know, get off a Hydro Pump as well, to also secure the last hit if you didn't quite get Zapdos. So you can always come in with full Unstoppable, and obviously Rapid Spin is a very long cooldown. So right when it ends, or you can even cancel it early if the timing is right. You just cancel it early by hitting the Rapid Spin button again, then your Unite move, and you're good to go. Hopefully you guys get a lot of last hits with this using Blastoise. I think it's a really good character to last hit Zapdos, which is of course a crucial part of winning games. Okay, so onto combos with Water Spout or Surf. Something you will want to note is that unlike other moves like Hydro Pump, you actually cannot do a similar sort of flash combo with Water Spout. Wherever you land this circle, it is going to drop. So just keep that in mind. Even if I flash as I'm using Water Spout, it doesn't increase the range, so that's something you're going to want to know. However, as you can see here with Surf, this will actually increase our range. But again, as I mentioned, you won't actually be able to use Flash during Surf, but of course you can just cover a much longer distance, and you see our wave goes all the way up here to this Aldino choke point from all the way down here. The best way to kind of disengage if you surf into a situation where you're like, oh dang, I want to get out, is hold, you know, in my case left. Like I'm going to surf right, but I'm going to hold left, and you see I jump back away from my surf wave. So you can kind of see here, like we're going to surf with Charizard, but then we're going to dash away. Very good way to escape. Probably one of the best characters at getting away. Blastoise, I mean. You can just push them away like that. They're stunned for a brief amount of time there, and you can even score off of that too, for example. Very good way to kind of allow you, or allow a teammate to score if you want to kind of push enemies away like this, and then jump away from your surf towards the goal so you can then score a point. Okay, so we weren't really able to find some ranked games with Blastoise because everyone's just insta-locking him, so hopped into quick play here. I see we got a Pikachu on our team. We got my brother on Blissey, giving me that extra attack speed. So I'm actually going to try Rapid Spin for this game. And that combined with the boosted attack speed from Blissey, I think will be kind of crazy. Going well so far. We can definitely catch that guy. I'm going to throw a Water Spout on there. You see that slows him like, oh my gosh, you see how much that slowed him? That combined with the paralysis. Nice. We're able to instantly get that. So I'm actually going to go Rapid Spin like I mentioned. I think Helping Hand combos with this really well. So let's kind of just see how that works. And we're going to do it now. Oh my gosh. I'm not dying. Okay, I do have to flash out there. Could probably just chase this Pikachu, I think. I mean, look how much you get slowed. Look how much the Pikachu is getting slowed. That's actually crazy. We do have our Unite. I think we definitely want to use that. I'm going to throw this right on top of Greninja. And I'm going to get super tanky. Oh. I meant to actually cancel my Rapid Spin early. That's okay. We're limit testing here. No worries. I'll be up in 4. Okay, we're gonna get it. Nice. We get the last hit, and we get it there in time. You love to see it. Something you do want to note here is that when you use Rapid Spin, it's resetting your cooldown. So watch. I'll use the combo one more time. So you guys key Water Spout, and then Rapid Spin resets your cooldown, so you get it again for free. So just keep that in mind about Rapid Spin. Very, very strong. We're going to slow this guy down so he can't go anywhere. Easily. So we should be getting a Helping Hand here pretty soon. And we're just going to hit him. Oh my gosh, look how fast we're attacking. With Helping Hand, that's actually insane. Blastoise literally becomes an attacker. So I think what we want to do is actually just like harass the team here now. Oh my gosh, look how much we're doing. And I'm going to do this. Should kill them both. Yep. Wow, that's something else for sure. And wow, I think Blissey with Blastoise has some pretty mad potential with Rapid Spin. Obviously it doesn't synergize well with the other move, but I mean, come on, dude. That's so crazy. I think we can probably get to this Regigigas in time. I don't think it matters. I think we've probably already won by now. 94% on my Unite move. I don't think I'm gonna have it actually. So I'm gonna go Unstoppable here. I will. So I'm now gonna use it here. Oh. All right. He does get it with Surf, of course, but he's not gonna be able to score anything off it. And wow, I just never die as this character, apparently. It's so strong. So, I mean, that's a little Blastoise gameplay for you. So, very fun game. I think Blissey and Blastoise is a very tanky lane that could definitely do some mad work down in the bottom lane or even the top lane. So, hope you guys enjoyed this Blastoise guide. I'm really excited to play this character on stream. So follow me on Twitch, of course. That's the best way to kind of see me live, of course. And follow me on Twitter. That is just the best way to keep up on me in general. And when I'm going live on Twitch, when stuff is coming out, hopefully we see some patch notes next week. I guess we didn't get any sort of balance update with Blastoise, but I do expect something within probably the next week to come from there, because we haven't had any changes in a while. So that will be nice to see. And yeah, until next time, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Share it with a friend who's really excited for Blastoise and just wants to know a few of these little tips and tricks that you can do and execute with Blastoise's kit. So thanks again for all the support, you guys. It really does mean a lot. It's been so great to grow this channel with you guys, and the community is just a bunch of solid individuals. So I really appreciate that, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.